guys, it's Drek, and as I've mentioned before, I am the judge at my local store, so I got a really good deal on my Commander's Arsenal, and since I've been meaning to put together an EDH deck for some time, and I've picked out a really cool general, I figured that instead of flipping it, I'm going to unbox it and actually use it to build an EDH deck. The sleeves are cool, and I think I can use 8 of the cards. I'm not positive. We'll kind of figure that out as we unbox it. The packaging for this is sweet. We have the Command Tower, the Mimoplasm, the Duplicant, and the Sylvan Library, all with new art with the exception of the Mimoplasm, which is just foiled. A lot of these cards have never seen foil before. The life counter is really cool. The sleeves are awesome, and the battle marks are gimmicky. I actually don't care for the battle marks at all. I've been told that they are made of plastic. On the back here, it talks about Command with the finest, blah 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 blah, contents 18 premium foil cards, 10 oversized premium foil cards, 120 sleeves, which is good because that gives you 21 extra sleeves, a set of 20 double-sided battle marks, which are silly, and a life counter. Alright, so to open this, you just slide this off. There we go. And then it looks like this comes up, which is cool. We have 2 of our battle marks here, plus and minus, and they are reversible. Again, those are gimmicky, they're made of plastic and they're very cheap. Here we have the life counter, which is a circle. Looks like it's reasonably easy to click through. It's also made of plastic, but it's definitely not got that cheap feeling that some ABS plastic has. It's very, very cool, and it looks like, yeah, it doesn't roll. It's got a small, I guess since there's 10, it's a decagon? Yes, maybe? I don't know, I'm rambling a little bit. But this is sturdy, very cool. It'll be very nice not to have to keep track of my life. We have the pack with the Sylvan Library, the pack with the Duplicant, the pack with the Command Tower, and the pack with the Mimoplasm. Underneath that, inside here, this is a really nice packaging setup. The way that these are tiered is really cool. It looked great in the package and it looks great now. Underneath here we have packs of 40 sleeves, so that's 80 of the sleeves, which means that there should be another package somewhere underneath here. Sure enough, when we lift this up, there is nothing left underneath. But we have a poster here, which I'll go ahead and unfurl. It looks like on one side we have, and sure enough, this is a full art poster for the Command Tower, which is really cool. And then on the reverse side, since Wizards loves giving us useless information, we have info on all of what appears to be the oversized generals. So that's very cool. Sliver Queen, I know, is on the reserved list. They got around that by printing her in a giant, non-playable format. Alright, so here's the other pack of sleeves. That's all 120, which is good. I will need at least 99 to put my deck together. Here is the block of 10 oversized general cards, which is really neat. I don't know if they're worth anything because they're obviously not playable in anything outside of EDH. And then here are my other 18 battle marks. Again, the battle marks are cheesy and kind of stupid, but they're a nice inclusion. And while I probably won't carry them around with me, I definitely will be keeping the life counter. Alright, so there's this insert, which has nothing in it, and then that's it. The box itself actually looks really nice. It's a pretty sturdy cardboard box. I'm sure I could use it for storing things. When laid flat, it's got the magic symbol on one side and it's blue and black on the other, so it's actually really, really cool. I may store the cards that I don't use inside there. So without any further ado, we're actually going to unpackage the contents. We'll start with the oversized cards because I think that they are the least exciting. Okay, so we have Azusa Lost But Seeking. That's like your basic green ramp land deck. Brian Stoutarm, which is kind of a general that wants to kill people by flinging things and doing general damage. Glissa the Trader, which is really cool. I'm sad that they didn't use the Steve Argyle art from the promo card, but the Chris Rand art is just as neat. A great green-black general that plays differently than pretty much all the other ones. Godo Bandit Warlord. I know that this is a Portal 3 Kingdoms reprint. I think maybe it's not Portal, maybe it's something else. But this is another general that just gives you extra combat steps and tries to kill in like one turn with equipment. Grimgrin is a much more modern general, very cool zombie graveyard interactions. Karn Silver Golem presents the challenge of trying to play a colorless EDH deck, which is really tough, and I don't think I'll ever use it, but I've seen some cool iterations of that. Karthus, Tyrant of Jund, is just your basic dragon general, gives you access to all the colors you want. Mael the Anima is another like play giant bomb creatures kind of general, and then Sliver Queen is obviously a sliver deck, tons of infinite combos with her ability, and then Zur the Enchanter is an not really an enchantress deck, but an enchantment heavy EDH deck that works with some synergies, and again has all of the colors necessary to do that, so that's also really cool. The art on it is terrible in my opinion, so that's kind of sad. Alright, so we'll start with the Command Tower pack for actual playable cards. We'll set something down here. These packs are tough to open. Okay, the new art on the Command Tower is sweet, definitely a staple, goes in every EDH deck, period, end of story. So I will be playing one Command Tower. The Dragon Lair Spider is now in foil. I know this was in Plane Chase. It's very, very cool. I will not be playing this in my EDH deck. Edric, Spymaster of Trest, came in the original Commander decks and has not seen foil print, and the same goes for Kalia of the Vast. Both are very, very cool in foil. I'm kind of tilting them in the light right now. I'm sorry if that impacts how you're seeing them, but very, very cool foil. And Kalia is obviously a very popular general. Definitely one of the more popular generals printed in miniature here, and I'm excited to see her finally printed in foil. It will be interesting to see some alterations of the foiling. Alright, we will open the Mimeoplasm pack. Guy has a Tyrannosaurus Rex for an arm, also came from the original Commander decks. Very cool, but I won't be playing it in my EDH deck. Chaos Warp is some of the best red removal for both generals and anything that's just really troublesome, because it throws the creature back into the library instead of the command zone. And it's much harder to recast from there. The foil Chaos Warp is the first time this has seen foiling, I think. Maybe not, but it's definitely very, very cool. I like it a lot. It will be going into my EDH deck. Decree of Pain is just mass black removal, and in foil looks sweet. Desertion, it's the same art I believe, is definitely going into my EDH deck. It's a counter spell that steals the thing that you counter. And then Dio-Chan Artful Beauty is a Portal 3 Kingdoms card reprint that I don't really like in EDH. I think that it promotes like collusive plays, and it's not really fun for the entire table, so I will not be playing Dio-Chan. At the end of this in the comments, you should definitely, from what I've picked out of this that I'm going to be playing, take a stab and see if you can guess who my general is. If you can, I'll definitely let you know that you got it right, and if not, it'll be fun to watch you guess anyway. So, in this pack we have the new art for Duplicant, which is sweet, definitely going into my EDH deck. Loyal Retainer is definitely the most expensive card in the set, not going into my EDH deck, but probably will be sold or traded away. I know it's like a $70 card, and the original is close to like something stupid like $150. Maelstrom Wanderer is sweet. In foil, it's awesome. I know it's a very, very popular general for like heavy hitter Cascade decks. Very, very cool. There are no bad Cascade targets in most of these decks. I will not be playing it, but I have a friend in my playgroup who uses that as his general, and he might be interested in it. Mind's Eye, I'm not sure if this is new art. I'm pretty sure it's new art. The art is so-so, it's not great. The flavor text is, ideas drift like petals on the wind. I have only to lift my face to the breeze. Flavor Text is pretty sweet. This is going into my EDH deck. My EDH deck likes to draw cards. And then there's a Miari's Wake. This is an Anthem that does lots of great stuff. And it doesn't go into my EDH deck. I don't really like the green-white synergy in EDH, but I know some people do. Lots of Selesnya decks coming out because of Ravnica. Very, very cool. So we'll open the final one. New art on the first time this has been foiled Sylvan Library is just super awesome. I'm actually not playing the Sylvan Library in my EDH deck, but I am playing it in one of my Legacy decks. So I think that that's really, really cool. I will set it aside though. We have a Scroll Rack, which lets you just dig through your library. Really, really cool. Is going into my EDH deck. My EDH deck is a combo deck of sorts and needs a lot of dig. And because it needs dig, it also needs card draw, so Rhystic Study goes in. Vela the Nightclad I know is from Plane Chase. I don't think this card is anything special. I'm actually kind of disappointed that it was included. The foiling doesn't do anything for the art because the only part of the character itself that's been foiled is this headdress thing. And so the rest of the art is still matte. It's very, very boring and kind of disappointing. But the set in general is awesome. I highly recommend picking it up if you can get a good deal on it from your store owner. And if you can't, try becoming a part of the Judge program. It's a great way to get good deals on stuff and a good way to help develop your community. Alright, so for your guessing, if you guys choose to participate, in my EDH deck I am playing a Scroll Rack, a Duplicant, a Mind's Eye, a Desertion, a Chaos Warp, a Command Tower, and a Rhystic Study. And I'll leave it up to you guys to guess who my general is. As always, thanks for watching. If you're interested in more Magic videos, you just need to say so.